Good evening, good afternoon, should I say. I'm used to going on in the evening, but good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all well. The sun is shining, and here we are again. Afternoon stream. So you're all welcome, everyone that's tuned in, and good afternoon to everyone. So let's get on with the latest news. It looks like Christian Norgaard has been finalised. It looks like all the paperwork and everything's in place. And so here we are, Christian Norgaard. Yes. Let's just talk about Christian Norgaard, shall we, guys? Because for me, would he have been on everyone's lips at the start of the season? If you was looking at players coming in to make a difference for Arsenal Football Club, I don't know any Arsenal fan that would have said, do you know what? Christian Norgaard's the man. He's the one that's going to take us to the promised land. He's the one that we need to sign to strengthen our midfield. So, guys, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Christian Norgaard, for me, I don't understand the signing when we've already got Moreno and Rice, Zubamendi coming in. We've got Skelly that can play in midfield. And people are going to tell me that Norgaard is a replacement for Jorginho or the player that's just left, with no names mentioned. But I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that Norgaard is a replacement. I don't understand the Norgaard signing. I get his Premier League experience, but is that good enough for Arsenal Football Club to go for a signing like Norgaard? I could be wrong. He could start the season and everything could be rosy, and he could turn out to be a very, very good addition to the Arsenal midfield. What game time is he actually going to have? Because this is the question that's on my lips. What game time is Christian Norgaard? Big up Views on Sport. Make sure you go and sub to Views. Big up everyone that's joined me. What game time is he actually going to have? I don't understand. I don't understand what he's actually going to bring to the table. Is he going to be used in Carabao Cup settings? Is he going to be used in the FA Cup? Is he going to be on a rotation for Declan Rice and people like that? The only advantage I can see Christian Norgaard giving us, guys, is probably a little bit of height. It's probably a little bit of height in corners, and give us that little aerial threat. That's always handy to have. Big up Icy Spicy. Big up my friend. That's the only thing I can see him bringing to the table. Other than that, I'm really, really struggling, guys, on what he's all about. I really am. But as you know, as well as I do, it's Arsenal Football Club, and here we are. Norgaard it is. And it's like, he's not cheap. I mean, £15 million with add-ons. You're talking around about 20 odd million pound for this Norgaard. So, for me, there could have been better opportunities. If you take his age in consideration, then possibly there must have been other signings out there that we could have looked at. So it says bad scouting from our end. Rumours that City is considering selling Nico Gonzalez have surfaced. He was better option. Yeah, 100%. I think we could have left our options open. Paris Mandem. Do you know what I mean? Big up to you, my friend. Good afternoon. Yeah, I mean, I think we could have held fire there. I think we could have got someone in perhaps towards the end of the window and hold fire for a bit, because there wasn't any clubs coming in for Christian Norgaard. Are you telling me if you'd have done a poll with all the Arsenal fans at the start of the season, most fans would have gone, I know what, why don't we go get Christian Norgaard from Brentford? You're telling me that this guy would have been mentioned. I don't know any Arsenal fan that would have said Christian Norgaard. No Arsenal fan. West Ham haven't come for him. Brighton haven't come for him. Palace haven't come for him. His old manager that's gone to Spurs have not even tried to lure him to Tottenham. He's not even tried to take his captain with him from Brentford. That must tell you something. So, for me, he's a kind of, it's like it's another El Neni. We're just going to sit him on the bench. He's going to be running up and down the touchline, and he's going to get being paid money every week. City won't sell us any more players. No, do you know what? I don't even think we're going to even go for City players, my friend. I honestly I don't think that's going to happen. I can see us just being linked with Chelsea all the time now. I think I think they're our main links now. Yeah, I mean, Christian Norgaard. I mean, it looks like it's on the tables, guys, doesn't it? It looks like this guy is definitely coming. For me, it's a surprise. It's a surprise. But yeah, I mean, if it was a last minute deal, if we'd have got Eze in, if we get Gyokeres in, and we get all the players in, and someone comes in and says Christian Norgaard's going to sign, he's going to do like a 2-year deal, I'd probably go, oh, okay. But why are we needing him? I don't understand his role. I just don't get it. It's a surprise one for me. And as I said, there's not many Arsenal fans would have had Norgaard. Norgaard isn't better than El Neni. No, he probably don't. He probably don't offer much more, Capo. I wouldn't have thought he offers much more. You know, I'm not saying he's a bad player. You know, I'm not here to kind of disrespect Norgaard, because what he done for Brentford was key. What all them players done for Brentford was key. I mean, come on. I mean, Brentford are an established Premier League team. I remember when they was rocking up non-league not so many years ago, you know. They've established themselves as a Premiership team. Hence why Thomas Frank has got a bigger job now, because he's worked wonders at Spurs, and he's got the best out of Norgaard. But I'm not sure really whether Norgaard should be at Arsenal. I think buying players, if City and Chelsea, should be off limits. There needs to be a sense of pride and self-respect at the club. There does. We need to be turning heads, guys. We need to be going there and getting big signings. I think Rodrigo, if we can get him, you know, that's still simmering. That's still in the pipeline. There's a lot of rumours saying that we could be signing Rodrigo. I think after the Club World Cup and everything settles down and the dust settles, we'll know more, guys. But yeah, Norgaard looks like he's coming in. David C, big up, my friend. Arteta burned all the bridges with all the other clubs, forced to do the business with Chelsea. Yeah, I don't understand this fascination with Chelsea. Don't understand. What about Madueke? I believe, let's get on to Madueke, because I believe this brother's coming. I've said it all along. I'll be very, very surprised if Madueke don't turn up at Arsenal. I think Madueke is a cert at Arsenal Football Club. I think he's coming. I can't see him not coming. And I think Madueke will definitely be an Arsenal player of some sort. I think what we're trying to do is get the Gyokeres over the line first. I think once the Gyokeres deal is done, then I think we'll be looking at Madueke. Now, see, let's talk about Madueke, because I'm going to tell you this right from the off. I'm going to be real with you right from the off. He would not be the player that I would expect Arsenal to sign at the beginning of the season. When we were sorting out all this about signing players, what we need to go forward, what we need to go to the next level, I'm sitting there looking at the Rodrigos. I'm thinking Eze's. I'm thinking Gyokeres'. These are my first kind of players that I had in mind to get us to that next level, to push us on to win something. But if you think about Madueke, if he does come, he can play right or left wing. He can play on both sides. You can use him as a right winger, so he would be back up for Saka, and you can also put him as a left winger. Now, if you're telling me he's a big up Latvian Guna, big up everyone that's in the building, I wouldn't sign him as my first major signing. He would not be my kind of starting 11, if you like. But if you're looking at someone to kind of come in off the bench and be versatile, then I don't know. Could Madueke do a job? Now listen, before everyone gets on me, I've said it. He wouldn't be my choice of signing. But if Arsenal have decided to go down that route, he likes to play on the right. He can play on the left. He's very direct. He likes to take on the fullback. I was watching sort of clips of him, and I've been watching him throughout the Premiership when he's played. He is very, very direct. And sometimes when you've got low blocks and stuff like that, you do need those players running at the fullbacks. But we've already got that in Martinelli. And the problem is with Martinelli, when he gets in good positions, he kind of messes up, doesn't he? He doesn't get his head up early. He doesn't spot the pass quick enough. So, again, are we improving our squad if Madueke comes? But he can play both on the right and both on the left. People say that Martinelli can do the same job. But I just think Martinelli's time at the football club's come. I think he's lost his mojo. I think it's time for his sake to move on. And if we can cash in on him, I mean, I know a lot of Arsenal fans are going to sort of turn their nose up at this, but if we can cash in on Martinelli, for me, it's a no-brainer. I think we have to do it. I think we have to do it. 100%. Do you think Arteta will change his tactics next season? Kim, big up, Kim. Welcome. Good afternoon. Hope the sun's shining wherever you are. He has to, Kim. He has to. Pure and simple. Arteta has to change his tactics next season. If he's bringing in the likes of Gyokeres and playing with that type of striker, he cannot play the same way he's been playing. Just can't do it. You won't get the best out of Gyokeres if he does. You just won't. He'll become isolated. He'll become a passenger. He'll be making runs and he'll be dropping deep to pick the ball up, and he'll be making runs off the last man. And if he's not spotted, or he's not given that chance, or he's not given that ball, then he'll just become isolated. And then you will see him drop deeper to pick the ball up, and that's not where we want him. We've got players in deep positions. We've got Rice and Zubamendi and players like that. We need him sort of attacking that final third. We need him in the final third. So we need that creativity. We need to get the ball quicker. When we're in possession, we need to pass it a lot quicker. We need to get the ball moving. And so he's got to change his tactics. Whether he will or not, time will tell. Time will tell. Jamie, big up, Jamie. Welcome, my friend. Another thing, I do believe that you guys are not sure on Gyokeres. Otherwise, you would have signed him already. I think it's there. I think what it is that I think that the problem is not the player. I think what it is, I've heard rumours that Sporting Lisbon want £70 million plus 10 million add-ons. 70 million euros plus 10 million add-ons. We're offering 60 plus 15. So we're like 10 mil out. And I'm saying this because if this breaks down over $10 million or 10 million euros, whatever you want to call it, if this breaks down, then this has got to be one of the biggest cash. Honestly, it will be unbelievable and unforgivable. If this deal don't go through because we can't reach an agreement and we dig our heels in, will go down in Arsenal, because it won't go down well with me at all. Get it done. If that's what Sporting want, go and pay the money. You've just paid 20 mil on Norgaard, and you're telling me that there could be a breakdown over 10 mil euros. Don't let it happen, people. I'm hoping it won't. But please, can you imagine if this Gyokeres deal breaks down? Imagine it. I can't. I'm not even thinking about it. For me, it's done. I've got it in my head now that it's well on its way. It's just a matter of sorting out bits and bobs and diddly doos and whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? But please get it done. It has to get done. It can't not. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. But yeah, Gyokeres, it has to go through pretty quick, as far as I'm concerned. 65 mil plus £1. Yeah, whatever. £2, whatever it takes. Just go and do it. If that's what they want, the player wants to come to Arsenal. Arsenal want the player, or Berta wants the player. Let's put it right for the record. Arteta didn't want him. He's second choice for Arteta. Guys. He's not first choice at all for Arteta. This is a Berta signing. Berta's pushing this one forward, and we need to get it done. I believe it will. I'll be very surprised if it breaks down, and the whole of the football world will be shocked if it breaks down. If it does, serious questions need to be answered, but I can't see it breaking down. It's strange that when it looks like Arteta signing, they don't hesitate to get the player, but when it takes time, they need to get it done. If they mess this up, I'm going to be fuming. I tell you what, Este, big up, my friend. Yeah, you won't be the only one fuming. You will not be the only one fuming, my friend. We will all be fuming. Trust me. Kawaji's in. Big up Paris Mandem. Big up everyone. Big up Andy G. Gyokeres will not be missing all those chances. Haven't misses. No, that's why we want him. He's an upgrade, isn't he? He's an upgrade. But then Jamie Vardy would have been an upgrade. Havertz ain't a number 9. Havertz ain't a striker. We've not had a striker. Since Aubameyang. So any striker of any sort, Dilat would have been an upgrade. They're strikers. Norgaard, big up, my friend. Make sure you go and sub to Norgaard, absolute legend. Big up, Norgaard. I think it will get done. In the words of Igal, don't panic. Yeah, I'm trying not to panic, Norms. I'm trying not to panic. But you know what all these rumours are like. That's why I don't put them up on screens. I don't listen to rumours. People, you know me, old school, my friend. I don't listen to rumours. Yeah. I watch things, I listen to things, and this one, Gyokeres, I'm fairly confident. However, it is Arsenal Football Club, and I've seen some mysterious things happen over the years, guys. Lastminute.com, you know what I mean? And things have not happened, so we'll see. Big up the chat, yeah. Big up Norgaard, my guy. Yeah, everyone's on the Norgaard. Top man, very nice man, is Norms. Yeah, so I can't see it going. I can't. Oh, yeah, please. Can you imagine it? If it falls through? Oh my days. Oh dear, what do we do then? Big up DJB with blonde girls in Sweden. Enjoy, my friend. I'd love to go, man. I can't get my head around paying about £12 for a pint of beer though. It's about £9 for a coffee, and in Sweden, I can't get my head around them prices. Unbelievable, but it is what it is. Lovely place though. Sweden, Norway, all them beautiful. Aubameyang is on a free. Yeah, someone will take him. If Arsenal are taking man like Norgaard, why wouldn't you take a chance on Aubameyang for a season long? Do you know what I mean? Not with Berta dealing with this, I would be shocked. Yeah, true, Norski. True. I'd be very shocked. I think with Berta in charge gives me confidence. Anyone else, I'd be panicking now. This wouldn't go ahead without Berta. We wouldn't even be considering Gyokeres with Edu and Arteta in place. Can you imagine it? Go back a season. This wouldn't be happening. This would not be happening. DJB, have you seen the reports? Apparently Arsenal are behind the scenes and are happy with Arteta. Yeah, I think that's a smokescreen, my friend. I think Ornstein has put that out because there's a lot going round. Listen, it's not rocket science to know that this manager's under pressure. That's been put out just to steady the nerves for the Arteta in brigade and the fan club. Trust me, he's under pressure. I'm taking no notice of that whatsoever. He has to be. He has to be. If you weigh it up right, if you weigh it up, people, and you look at it like this, okay, this guy would have spent nearly £1 billion. If we get all the signings in, so if we get Eze, let's say we get Gyokeres, Zubimendi, Norgaard, let's put him in there because we've signed him. That's still more money spent. Kepa, more money spent. Let's put him in there as well. Yeah. So if you add up all the pounds that this manager has spent since he's been at the football club, are you telling me that if he doesn't win anything next season, there's no pressure on him? He's going to be monitored every single game. Every single game, this guy is going to be monitored. 100%. And we will know where he stands come Christmas. So that's put out there is just to say, oh, everything's fine, everything's rosy. It's just like a pick me up, if you like. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. This guy's under pressure. And where I sit at the Emirates, trust me, he'll be under pressure. Because everyone around me is saying exactly the same thing. They're shocked that the brother's rolling out next season. They're shocked that he's not gone this summer. I'm shocked. I thought that last season was his kind of final season if he didn't win anything. I really did. I really thought that last season would be the one that he would have had to have delivered. But no, he's got more time. He's got more time. I wonder how much time Gyokeres is going to have to spend in midfield with a build-up and tracking at the back. Do you know what, right? It's a big point. BX Gunner 81, big up, my friend. I believe that the next important signing that this football club makes has got to be Eze. In my book. And I'm not saying Eze is a better player than Rodrigo. But I think Eze gives you more. Because Eze can play in the 10. He can play in the 8. He could probably even play in the 6. He can play on the left. And he can play just off of Gyokeres. He can play just off that front line. In that holding kind of gap between midfield and attack. So for me, Eze gives you more scope. He gives you more outlets. And if you've got a player like Gyokeres, an out-and-out goal scorer, he needs the ammo. You need to provide him with the ammo. And if you look back over the season, what we've been producing, Saka gets heavily marked. 2 or 3 men on him. Yeah. Saka will create Gyokeres chances. Of course he will. Saka's an outstanding player. He will find a way. But then you look at Odegaard. Holds onto the ball far too long. Not really in form. Then you look at Martinelli on the left. Runs down blind alleys. Doesn't get his head up. And then you look in midfield. Rice, workmanlike, carries the ball, but not really a creative midfield player. Zubimendi, like for like. Can't really comment on Zubimendi. I'll hold my hands up. I've not seen a lot of him, so I'm not going to go flying into Zubimendi. I will make my own mind up after about 10, 12 games after watching him. However, I have seen bits of him, and what I have seen, he's a bit like for like. He gets the ball, he plays it 5, 10 yards, he's safe. He's Mr. Safe, isn't he? Breaks up play, passes the ball. That's all he does. That's it. Where's your creativity? You need the creative midfield player. That's why I'm saying move Skelly out of left back, put him in midfield. Eze, that needs to go ahead. Apparently, guys, that once the Gyokeres deal is done and the workload is done there, apparently then we will then start making some big moves for Eze, and we'll put all our attention on Eze, apparently. Spurs, there's rumours now that Spurs have kind of pulled out. It doesn't seem likely that Spurs are going to pursue the Eze. I'm hoping that's true. But I still think there'll be clubs in for Eze. And I think you've got to look further abroad, perhaps Bayern Munich, someone like that. So we need that deal done. We need that deal done. And then if we can get Rodrigo, all well and good. So for me, if we can get Rodrigo, Eze, Gyokeres, if we get them free with Zubimendi, then that's the kind of window that you'd be looking at and going, that's more like it. Why weren't we doing it 2 seasons ago? Why weren't we doing it 3 seasons ago? Yeah, these are the sort of windows we should have been having in the past. Not now. We should have been doing this last season, the season before. So, but never too late, as they say. Big up, DJ. You finally will be moving like a big club. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. One can only hope. Hit the likes. Yeah, hit the likes, guys. Make sure you sub because it does help the channel. Yeah, make sure you sub. Smash the likes. It doesn't cost anything to sub. Doesn't cost anything to smash the likes. And it takes about 2 seconds, if not 1. So, yeah, make sure you're smashing those likes, guys. Big up, everyone. Big up. Hope you're all well. Yeah. Welcome to the community, my friends. Welcome to the community. You need to process, get this guy out. Yeah, we keep... The problem is with the protests is you wouldn't get enough numbers. You just would not get enough numbers. You really wouldn't. You'd be a small minority. It just wouldn't be enough. You just wouldn't get enough numbers. I don't think you're going to need to protest. I just think football will win at the end of the day. I think it's a results business. And I think that the results and football will have the final say. I really do. I honestly do. I think we just got to be patient now, ride it out and see what happens. Because if he's got all his tools, if he's got everything he wants, if he's got Gyokeres, if he gets Eze, if he gets Rodrigo, if he gets all the players he wants, and we still play the same way, and we don't get over the line, and we don't get a trophy, he will start to lose faith in this football club, and the fans then will start to move. That's what I'm hoping, people. That's what I'm hoping. I think it will happen. I think it will happen. But listen, I want us to win things. I want us to win things. He's here. He's not my choice of manager. I wanted the manager gone, but he is in place. We're getting the players in. I'll be going to support the football team. I've got to get behind them, guys. It's what I do. It's what we do as Arsenal fans. We have to get behind the team. We have to get behind the team. No matter who's sitting in the dugout. We want them to win. I want them to win. If we win the FA Cup and Carabao Cup and we finish and we have a good run in the Champions League, a lot of the fans will say, no, it's not good enough. Want the Premiership. Realistically, we haven't won anything. Just get me a trophy. I just need silverware. I need a day out at Wembley. I need a parade. I want that feel-good factor back in the football club. And I think the players need it. The players need a platform to build on. They need success. DJB, we need to sign Eze. We need him. Yeah, we do need him. 100%. I want Eze more than anything. Number 9, a goal scorer was my first priority, and now Eze. And if we get Gyokeres and Eze, and no one else, that team should be good enough to win a trophy. If we get Gyokeres and we get Zubamendi that we've already got, as the team sits now, I still think that team is good enough to win a trophy. Whether we get Eze or not. Whether we get Eze or not, any top manager with those players, with international experience, should win silverware. You're telling me you can't win a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup with that team? Eze, a great player. Yeah, I wanted him 2 seasons ago. My friend. I wanted him and Elise. I wanted us to really raid. I hate to say it, but I wanted us to really raid Crystal Palace. I wanted Elise and Eze. I wanted Elise before he moved. I thought he would have been absolutely perfect replacement for Saka, or backup for Saka, or pushing Saka to that next level. Because that's what else you need as well. You need players in to push players to that next level. You need them to be looking over their shoulder every 5 minutes. You need them to be up in their game in training and not going through the motions, not worried about whether they're going to get their place in the team. Because that's where Odegaard is at the moment. Odegaard knows he can just strut around. He can have good training sessions, bad training sessions. There's no one pushing him. There's no one coming up behind to go, well, I'm here now. This is me. Eze can do that. Facts, Eze in, Wanyeri in. I'd keep Wanyeri, man. I'll keep Wanyeri, 100%. Can you imagine Wanyeri and Eze? The only problem is, I've said it before, this manager can't get the best out of Wanyeri. He doesn't seem to be able to push young talent on, does he? People are going to say, yeah, but look what he's done to Skelly. Skelly defaulted. Skelly was left back by default because we had injuries. Skelly would not be playing left back now if everyone was fully fit. He'd be on and off the bench. It'd be like Wayne. It'd be another Wanyeri. He discovered Skelly by injuries. He played him at left back. He balled out, and that was it. Same as Wanyeri. He doesn't seem to be able to push him on. Play to his strengths, push him on to the next level, keep him at the club, turn him into something. If you're good at what you do, turn him into a good player. Make him dangerous in that final third. Make him the next Eze. Yeah, turn him into the next Paul Merson. Something like that. See what you can do. But he's not. He's going to get bombed out, isn't he? He's going to get bombed out. He'll either get sold, and if he gets sold, watch him. Just watch him go. Watch him fly. Saw a post this morning, Liverpool sniffing around Eze. Yeah. I will be very surprised, David. See, big up, my friend. I'll be very, very surprised if we get a free run on Eze. I'll be very surprised. I reckon there'll be quite a few clubs in for Eze, 100%. Guys, there's 81 in the building. There's over 80 people in the building. Thank you very much, my friends. Thank you very much for joining me. Much appreciated. Just do us a favour and smash the likes and sub if you've not already done so. That would be really helpful. But big up, everyone. Big up. 08 hides. There's no hiding now. Absolutely not. Can't do it. DJB, do you think Eze is a player that Arteta or Berta wants? Good question, my friend. Good question. I think Arteta's liked him for a couple of seasons, but for circumstances, for some reason or other, we went for Havertz and we went for players like this. And we signed Fabio Vieira. Why, I don't know. Was he misinformed? I don't know. But I'd like to think Arteta's pushing for this Eze. I'd like to think so. But it's funny how Bert has come through the door and suddenly Eze's like really in the fourth, really at the front of the queue. Gyokeres at the front of the queue. Do you know what I mean? It seems weird to me. Newcastle pushing for Gahey. Yeah. Newcastle signed Elanga as well, haven't they, today? Apparently they've signed Elanga for around about 55 million. So Newcastle are going to start moving. And it's a good thing about Newcastle, because we've mentioned about Norgaard earlier on, and we was talking about Norgaard. If you was to have Newcastle's midfield at Arsenal with Gyokeres up front, it'd be madness. Because Newcastle, I don't care what anyone says, and you can challenge me on it, it's fine. But I actually think that Newcastle's midfield is better than Arsenal's. I'd have Tonali in our midfield tomorrow. I'd have Bruno in our midfield over Zubimendi. I'd have Tonali in our midfield over Marino. I'd probably, I mean, even Rice would, I don't know. I'd play Rice. But what I'm trying to say, imagine it, Rice, Tonali and Bruno. Imagine that midfield. I think Newcastle's midfield is blinding. It looks like they're going to keep Isak. And they're only going to improve. They're going to be a tough team next season. And we've got them early in the season. We've got them early doors. It's going to be tough. Who do you think the club is going to sell? I think Martinelli, they're looking to sell him. Apparently, Saudis now are sniffing around Trossard. If we can get money from the Saudi club to get Trossard out the door, definitely get Trossard. Now, Trossard for me is not a starting player. Trossard's great to come off the bench, and he does what he does. But he's not an Arsenal starting 11 for me, Trossard. He really ain't. So again, if we can get rid of Trossard and Martinelli, that'd be good business. And listen, I'm not anti-Martinelli. I feel sorry for Martinelli. Because Martinelli at any other club would be a fantastic player. Absolutely baller. Unfortunately, this manager, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, has destroyed Gabriel Martinelli. 100%. Absolutely destroyed him. He's not given him the basics. And he's gone downhill under this football manager. Completely gone the other way. Feel sorry for him. Because he loves Arsenal, Martinelli. He absolutely loves Arsenal. He'd hate to move away from Arsenal. Bayern may want to reunite Eze and Elise. Imagine that. I said Bayern. Wouldn't surprise me if Bayern don't come in for Eze. Going to lose money on Trossard? Yeah, we lose money all the time. It's Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club, guys. We lose money all the time. This is what we do. It's what we do, my friend. It's Arsenal. We lose money. It's crazy, but that's what we do. We lose money for some reason or other. I don't know why. We just do. But let's have a look at the potential starting lineup as it stands. This could be our starting lineup. Can you imagine this, my friends, right? So if we don't get Eze and it goes ahead, this could be this could be our first game of the season. Manchester United, Old Trafford, and this could be our starting lineup. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly. Now, me personally hasn't really had too much of a problem with our defence. I think our defence really has been our lifesaver. It's been our lifeline. I think the goalkeeper has been pretty solid. He's probably been our most consistent player. along with Timber. Gabriel until he got injured. Lewis Skelly, that'd be my concern for me. I don't think he's a left back. I think he's learning his trade in a false position. Yeah. It's like a skilled bricklayer learning a new trade as a plumber. He's going to make mistakes. Or a skilled electrician learning his trade as a bricklayer. He's going to make mistakes. Yeah. There's going to be some madness along the lines. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but when you're learning the game from the start of the season, not coming in halfway through, but from the start of the season when you've got to get results and you're a young man playing in defence, it's a tough place to be, especially if you haven't got an established left winger. Because you've got to remember, we could have a new signing on that left-hand side. And if we've got Madueke on the left, yeah, playing with Lewis Skelly at left back, that left-hand side to me is still a worry. That's still a worry for me. Then we look in midfield. Zubimendi Rice picks itself, like for like. We ain't going to see much creativity there. Odegaard needs to get his finger out. Odegaard needs to get his finger out big time, as far as I'm concerned. He's got to start balling. He has to start balling. Good afternoon, CJ. Afternoon, Andy G. Yeah, we're all saying big up the community. Big up, everyone. Big up, big up, big up. Prome's in the house. Are you, Prome? Guys, please sub. Show your support. Thank you. Big up, Prome, my friend. Been with me from the start. Big up, my friend. Big up. You need trophies. Arteta puts his eggs all in baskets and leaves you short in other competitions. He does. Apparently, I reckon he'll just go all and out for the Premiership. That, I think, will be his main goal. I think he'll win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. But having said that, the league could be over by the end of October, going on our fixtures. Yeah. The Liverpool Gates, big up the Liverpool Gates, my friend. Wonderful, wonderful city. Been there numerous of times. Wonderful city, lovely people, great football club. Big up, my friend. Can't let Rodrigo join. Yeah, I mean, listen, if we get Rodrigo, he's obviously going to go on the left instead of Madueke. Madueke will go to the bench. I can't see us signing Madueke and Rodrigo. I think it's going to be one or the other. I think if we get Madueke, I think forget Rodrigo. It's not happening. It's not happening, guys. This is why this starting 11 for me is pretty much realistic. This is it. This is it. Norgaard's sitting on the bench. Norgaard's on the bench. But for me, this is realistically the starting 11 we're looking at. Now, what you got to ask yourself, okay, is if you was to look at that team, is there a lot of difference from last season and the season before? The only difference is, the only upgrade that I can see in that starting 11 is the obvious one, and that's Gyokeres. That's the only upgrade I can see. Madueke, is he a real serious upgrade on Martinelli? I don't think so. Zubimendi, is he a massive upgrade on the man that we won't mention that's left the club? And Jorginho, possibly an upgrade on Jorginho slightly, but then Jorginho wasn't in our first starting 11. So for me, I'll be honest with you, if that is our starting 11 next season, that is not a massive upgrade in any department. That team is not going to win you the Premiership or the Champions League. Imagine the starting 11, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Skelly, Zubi, Rice, Eze, Odegaard. Yeah, if you put Eze in now and Rodrigo in now we're talking, Darren Martin. Big up, my friend. Yeah, I agree. You put an Eze or a Rodrigo in now, then I'm looking at a different Arsenal football team. Then I'm looking at craziness starting. I'm looking at premierships. I'm possibly looking at a good run in the Champions League. 100%, my friend. But as that stands at the moment, what I'm looking at right now, Newcastle manager levels compared to Arteta. Well, he is because he's won trophy. Yeah, he seems to be. 100%, I agree. He was a manager that I was considering at Arsenal before even Arteta came. But so, I mean, there's still work to be done in this transfer window. And everyone's getting gassed up about Gyokeres, and everyone thinks that it's like, he's going to come in and wave a magic wand and suddenly we're going to win everything. And I get that. Because it's the lift that we all need. Arsenal fans have been down in the dumps for so long. So when you get a signing like that, it gives you a lift. And I understand that. But if you look at it from a playing perspective, if you look at it of winning trophies, that's not a major upgrade. There's still work to be done. And that's why I'm saying we need to sign Eze. You put Eze in there, even with Madueke out on the left. If you put an Eze in there, then things look different. And for me, Eze would go in and Odegaard would come out on current form. On current form, people. Yeah. I'd sell Martinelli, Trossard for Rodrigo and Eze. Absolutely, Prime. We've got to, mate. We have to. We've got to get players out the door to get players in. But honestly, I cannot see us signing. If this club goes ahead and signs Madueke, I cannot see us signing Rodrigo. I might be wrong, but I can't see it. But so there is work to be done. There's massive work to be done. About 50 so-called Arsenal fans want Arteta out. Listen, I think he's reached his levels. He's had his time at the football team. Unless he changes, seriously, if he's learnt by his mistakes, and if he was to turn up next season and play a completely different way, and we start banging in goals and creating chances and free-flowing football, and it's more quicker, the transition into attack is faster, and we start moving and players interacting and changing positions, Odegaard going on madness and suddenly ending up over on the left and all this sort of thing, then I might start thinking, oh, hang on a minute, this is exciting. I'm getting excited about this. But that signing of Zubimendi tells me that we're going to play pretty much the same way. There's not going to be a lot of different. It's going to be a slow build up. Yeah. And I don't want to see it. I'll watch him PSG and I'm thinking, well, if you watch the way PSG play, that's the sort of levels we want. Problem is when these fixtures, Arteta could be found out in 5 weeks. Yeah, it could be as quick as that, David. Could be as quick as that, my friend. As quick as that. Arteta bins the League Cup and every year. He does, and it's so frustrating because when you haven't won a trophy, their cups. Look, I understand that the Premiership for Arsenal is going to be the priority. I understand it. The Premiership for top clubs is a priority. I understand that. But we should be trying to win every single competition we go into. Man City do. Pep does. Pep takes every competition seriously. And if you spent that kind of money on players and you've built up a squad as big as we have, then there shouldn't be any excuses not to go for every single competition. If you've got a squad of players sitting on the bench and you've got your starting 11 and you spent over £1 billion, then by rights, you should have a squad of players good enough to compete for every single trophy. Not handpick, not cherry pick certain ones. No. Not in my book, anyway. It's mentality with Odegaard. The moment the league was done, he started playing okay again. Yeah, he does it all the time. Martin, no pressure Odegaard, isn't it? When the pressure's off, Martin Odegaard looks $1 million. When it's on, he doesn't produce. Good morning from Orlando. Oh, good morning, my friend. Stars Creamer, good morning. I hope everything's okay in Orlando. I would imagine it's pretty hot though, yeah. Big up, my friend. Big up. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the channel all the way from Orlando. Big up, my friend. Thank you. Big up. Lookman and Eze over Madueke. Yeah, definitely. Eze's a no-brainer for me. That is something that's got to be done. If once we sort this Gyokeres time out, we have to get Eze. Yeah, big up. David C, that's not a problem. That's a solution. Yeah. We need a bigger squad depth. Well, we should have one, shouldn't we? We should have one. There shouldn't be any excuses why we haven't got one. When you think if a manager's been in, if a manager, I'll put it this way, right? If you run an established business, a restaurant, say, and you've had a manager running that restaurant for 5 years, and it's been refurbished, and you've got all nice lighting, and you've got the latest bar set out, and the tables and everything else, yeah. And you're seeing your takings go down and down and down and down, and customers, 1 or 2 customers coming in. Straight away, you should be looking at the manager and going, what have you been doing all these years? You've been in place for 5 years and this restaurant ain't doing nothing. It's not moving. Why haven't you signed a top chef? Why are you getting rookie chefs? I've trusted you to run my business for 5 years and my restaurant's gone to pot. It's no different. He's been in place for 5 years. The squad should be big. The players should be in place. Gyokeres should be an added bonus to what we've built up already. Unfortunately, because it's been mismanaged over the years, we are now having to build it up again. The only problem is we're building it up with the same manager. We're not building it up with a new manager. We're building it up with the same system. And that's where it breaks down for me. Gabriel Magalhaes will not be starting matches early part of the season. Depends what his fitness is like. Be interesting pre-season, you know, how he copes. Because he's had a horrific injury. And for a centre-half to have that, when you're having to jump for the ball and compete, and win tackles, and you're getting twisted by the strikers, and you've got to adjust your body movement. You're not just running in straight lines when you're a centre half. It'd be really interesting to see how he comes out of that. And Saka. Be interesting to see how all the players that have had bad injuries perform early in the season. Good afternoon, Prime Ice. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. DJB and friends supporting other teams, congratulating me on Gyokeres. Haven't had such a reaction from the transfer window from rivals in. Yeah, DJB had friends supporting other teams, congratulating me on Gyokeres. Haven't had such. Oh no, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice. It's nice. Listen, listen. I respect. I've told you all this before, guys. I respect every fan base. I respect every fan base. They probably don't respect me, but I respect every fan base because being a fan of a football club is hard. It's hard. It's your passion. It's what you do. It's what you do. You think about them all the time. And you follow football, whether you go to watch, whether you pay to watch. It's expensive. I mean, I go to watch Arsenal. I put a lot of time and effort into watching Arsenal. People all around the world support them. Getting up at different hours of the morning. whatever you're doing. Yeah. And you go through so many emotions supporting a football club. Don't matter who you support. So I respect all the fans. We're united, guys. We're all united. If they just keep all the same players and went all in with 2 strikers, it would be an upgrade. Yeah, it's an upgrade anyway. Anyone apart from Kai Havertz up front is an upgrade, David C. Big up, my friend. Anyone. Kai Havertz was never, ever a striker. Ever. He was brought in as a midfield replacement, a 10 if you like, an 8. And it just didn't work out. He looked lost. He looked completely lost. And then when Jesus got injured and Jesus was having problems, again, by default, Havertz turned into our striker. These guys will always find something to complain about. They feel entitled to sport brats. Listen. It's not about complaining, my friend. It's about having an opinion. And just because people's opinions might not agree with other people's opinions doesn't make them wrong. You have to look at the facts. Facts of the matter is, this is Arsenal Football Club that spent over £750 million and won an FA Cup with a team that he didn't build. The only player from that FA Cup that was there when Arteta won it is Saka, and he was a substitute on the bench. The only player that did survive was Tierney, and he let him go on a free. The facts of the matter is, money has been wasted, it's been mismanaged, and on big games, we've not been able to get over the line. And you have to face the facts. And I know it hurts, and I know sometimes people don't like facing the facts, but it's factually correct. We have not done enough in transfer windows, in seasons gone by. We've not acted like a big club, and we have failed. But if the fans out there think that finishing runners up and beating Real Madrid in a quarter-final and having a one-off moment beating Man City 5-1 is success, who am I to argue? I've only been watching them for 50 years, watching them win League Cups, FA Cups, Champions League finals, doubles, premierships, invincibles. Who's right and who's wrong? I don't know. Rich, how we doing, my friend? Big up, Rich. Big up, Rich. How we doing? DJB, big up, my friend. Chat to big up. Gyokeres, great, yes, but this attack is far from being completed. Must sign a left wing. Eze, we're not asking for the world, asking for what we deserve. Massive respect to you, Rich. I just brought up the team. And we'll bring it up again, my friend, because I want, okay. If we was to go into the start of the season with that team, for me, it's like for like. The only difference is Gyokeres. Other than that, it's not a real massive upgrade. That is pretty much the same team we've been playing and not getting over the line with. Zubimendi is like for like. Madueke is not a massive upgrade on Martinelli. Gyokeres is a massive upgrade on Havertz. Give you that. Not a problem. That's unarguable. But that team as a whole, Rich and the chat, I've said it before, is not the massive upgrade we need to get over the line. It's just not. Facts. And where is Gyokeres' ammo going to come from? Where's that creative spark in midfield where Gyokeres is going to get lots of chances? Saka has 2 or 3 players to beat before he even thinks about supplying. And he will supply, of course he will, because he's a quality player. Odegaard's bang out of form. If Odegaard puts in another shift like he did last season, he's not going to get the supply there. Zubimendi is like for like of who's just gone out the door. And Madueke, no one wants him. And then we look on the bench and we've got a man like Norgaard to come off the bench. If Rice gets injured and Zubimendi gets injured, our midfield is Merino and Norgaard. So I know everyone's getting gassed up about Gyokeres, and I know everyone's getting, you know, doing cartwheels about this one and that one, and all the channels spitting it out and thinking that, you know, he's going to come in and just sort of, you know, be the icing on the cake. But let that sink in, people, right? If Rice or Zubimendi get injured, we are looking at a midfield of Norgaard and Merino. Just saying. Just saying. So we've still got a lot of work to do. We've still got a lot of work to do. And the reason why we've got all this work to do, people, is because it's been mismanaged over the years. We haven't done what has been required. So we're having to work double hard to do what we need to do. Make sure you smash the likes, guys. Make sure you're subbing. Thank you very much if you've done it already. If you haven't, why not? And can you please do it? That would be great. Thank you very much. Goonerpool 657. Afternoon, mate. Afternoon to you, my friend. Seen some updates. Don't appear to be mega reliable sources that Gyokeres discussions have come to a standstill. There's a little bit of negotiation involved. Yeah, sport. I think it's his club, not the player. It's the club. I think they want somewhere like 70 mil plus 10 mil add-ons, and we've offered 65 and 15 mil add-ons. It's silly amount. I think we're out by silly amounts. Just go and pay it. Go and pay it. If this breaks down over 5 million euros, or we are 10 million euros short and this deal don't go through, and we've spent 20 mil on Norgaard, it'd be a brave Arsenal fan to challenge me at the Emirates on why this manager shouldn't be leaving the club. Or Bert will come to that if it falls through. Big up Static. Big up my friend. Eze's levels above Odegaard. He is. He is. And I said that, yeah, unbelievable. DJB, wow, that was unexpected. Thank you, legend. Yeah, no worries, my friend. Big up, my friend. Big up. Thank you very much. Darren Martin, hey, respect to you, man. Yeah, respect to Static, man. Respect. Big up DJB in the community. Yeah, big up, big up. That's what it's all about. We're just trying to build a community here on this channel, guys. I mean, I'd love to have the energy like Shane has and all of that about rinsing these top gooners, but I just ain't got the energy, man. I just, for me, I just don't want to listen to them. I don't want to entertain them. I don't want to entertain them. I know what I believe in, and if you don't agree with me, you don't have to follow me. You don't have to watch the channel. All right. Everyone's got an opinion, and you shouldn't dismiss people just because it does not agree with you. All right. Everyone knows my stance on the manager. I wanted a new manager. I wanted manager gone, new manager in, players signed, start again. That's it. That's what I wanted. But the manager's here, so of course I will go over. I will support my football team. I will support my football team. Sorry, my guys. I will support my football team. And if things are not going right, I'll call it out. I'll call it out. I'll call it out. I won't rant and rave and holler and moan and, but I will call it out. I'll call it out. Definitely. 100%. If this manager doesn't win anything with all of these players that we're going to sign, you tell me, give me one reason why he should be staying at the football club other than PR, what it looks like. Nah, I don't care what he looks like. You can give me Shrek in the dugout. If he's winning a trophy, mate, I'll have him all day long. DJB, but you wouldn't hire a complete rookie to run your business in reality unless you're... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is the mistake they made, wasn't it? But when you think about it, they got... I still maintain they got absolute... Because when you listen to Arteta in interviews and you listen to him talk, he tends to draw you in, doesn't he? I don't know what it is about him, but he tends to get everyone on board. The press people, everyone like, oh yeah. You know, when he done that thing on that madness thing on Netflix, people were like, oh, he sold them a dream, didn't he? His interview must have been absolutely brilliant when he sat down with them cronkies. He must have sold them an absolute dream. Them cronkies must have gone away thinking, yeah, he's our guy. He is our guy. Go, honestly, he's going to move mountains for us. But as the years have gone on and the money's been spent, I think they're getting wiser. I think they're now starting to think, hang on a minute, let's pull the reins in a little bit. He's not delivering what he's promised. That's why they've bought in Berta, and that's hopefully going to sort things out. DJB, we will see who plays the pre-season friendlies. I doubt Gabriel and Timber will feature. They've got to feature at some point. They have to feature at some point. Not so much Timber, because Timber's cropped, isn't he? I don't know. These injuries are just worrying. Worrying. And again, it's down to the manager. Bad rotation. But we've not been able to rotate players because we've not had the squad. Can't rotate players if you ain't got the team, if you ain't got the squad. Hence, we go back to the Norgaard signing. Is he the sort of player that you can rotate Declan Rice with? Can you rotate Declan Rice with Norgaard? No. You're going to play Rice every single game. You're not going to rock up at Anfield and go, Declan, I'm giving you a rest because you've played 4 or 5 games and you've just come back from international duty. I'm going to play Norgaard. You ain't going to do it. You're going to put Declan Rice out there. This is why I can't understand the signing. I can't understand it. I think the early weeks of the season we'll have a weakened team due to injuries, and that will be, yeah, the excuse will start already. Big up, Real One, my friend. Big up, Real One. Welcome to the community, my friend. Yeah, there'll be excuses, mate. There'll be excuses. I've just learnt to ignore them now. I can't get wound up over them. I really can't. I really try not to get wound up over all the excuses. I can't be doing with it. But you know it's going to happen, don't you? They'll find somewhere. They'll find somewhere. Just don't let it ruin you, man. Just don't let this football club ruin you, because it will do. It'll drag you down, mate. It'll drag you down. Jesus, yeah, Jesus needs to go big time. What we're paying him is incredible. Where's he going to feature when he comes back? Where's he going to feature? Tell you what, go get rid of him and then go and buy go get Harry Kane's release clause in January. Now that would turn heads. That would turn heads. We should have kept Tierney. Yet, should have played him. Should have put Skelly in midfield. Should have kept Tierney at left back. Job done. Job done. Didn't have to sign Norgaard. Turn Skelly into an attacking midfield player. Said it all along. Kept Tierney at left back. Go back to basics. None of this inverted. Don't need it. Put Skelly in midfield. Get him creating. Gyokeres up front. Opening up defences. Job done. No, let him go. Now he's complaining. You're going to get complaints, man. Honestly, the excuses will be, they'll find a way. They'll find a way to defend this manager. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. When these fans have seen Arsenal win trophies, And I'm talking fans my age. I'm not even talking young fans. I'm talking fans my age that have seen brilliant players over the years, winning doubles and FA Cups and all of that. And they're happy to sit there and accept finishing runners up. They're happy to accept it. They're happy for a captain to run around in circles and not create anything. When I've been watching Tony Adams's and Patrick Vieira's and men like this, and they're happy just to sit back and accept it. It just don't make sense. Don't make sense. No one is complaining. It's okay to have a debate and opinions. Keep it going. Dear. Let's have a debate, guys. Let's keep it fresh. Keep it fresh, my friends. We can all have a debate. We don't need to fall out over it, my friends. This ain't the channel to fall out. This is happy days. Happy days, this channel. I agree, DJB, that doesn't give me confidence whatsoever. Gyokeres would literally need to score 35 goals, sack a 10 or 12. Do you know what? Gyokeres need to score. Yeah. I mean, that would be a dream, wouldn't it? 35 goals. But at the moment, I can't even see him scoring 20 because we haven't got a creative midfield player of any decent level. There's people that settle for whatever and there's Gyokeres and demand more and get it. People setting for Arteta to be happy with this nonsense are shameless. Yeah, facts, man. Facts. Can you imagine like top managers like Brian Clough and people like this settling for runners up and just settling for second best? What you got to ask yourself is, why do you actually support a football team? You support a football team at the start of the season to win something. That's got to be the aim to support any football team. Whether it be get promotion to the next level, whether to get out of the conference to get into the league, to get from Division 2 to Division 1, Division 1 to the Championship, to get to a playoff final. No matter what level you set, there's always a level. An Arsenal Football Club's level is to win a trophy, is to win trophies. That is their level. That is their level. Not just to go through the formalities and finish high as up in the league as you possibly can and get to semi-finals and lose. That's not the level of Arsenal Football Club. In my opinion, that's not why you support a football team. You support a football team to win. Every single fan you ask around the world, why do you support Brighton? Well, because my family support them. You have a bit of the history and stuff like that. But what would you like to say? Well, I'd like to see, I'd like to try and see us win an FA Cup, perhaps finishing in a European place and win the FA Cup. I'll guarantee you that 99.9% of every fan will name one trophy that they can possibly see and win. You know? There's realistic fans. Oh, yeah, we ain't ever going to win the Premiership. But, yeah, no, if we do well in the Cups, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, finish 6th, I'll take that. Again, the main emphasis is winning something. You don't hear many fans turn around and go, oh, as long as we finish mid-table. You know? Some teams that come up, Burnley fans will say, just stay in the Premiership, avoid relegation. That's still an achievement for Burnley to establish themselves as a Premiership team again. They've achieved it. To them, it's a win. But if you was to ask me as an Arsenal fan, what do you want to achieve? My first words ain't going to be top 2, finish 2nd, get to a semi-final. My first answer to you is Premiership, FA Cup, domestic cup double, good run in the Champions League, possibly final. That's it. It's never going to be, oh, I'll finish second. 63 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get the likes up. There's 79 in the building. If you all smash the likes, there they go. DJB facts. The transfer fee is causing the delay at the moment between Arsenal and Sporting. Yeah, it is. It is. It's not the player. It's not the player. It's just, I can't understand why we're stalling. Just go and pay it. Just go and pay it. If you found the money to go and buy Norgaard, why are you stumbling over this? You know? Big up, my friend. Odegaard shouldn't be captain. I've said this many, many times, right? I don't blame Martin Odegaard for being captain. I blame the man that made him captain. Martin Odegaard did not go and ask to be captain. The manager made him captain. Out of all them players he could have picked, he chose Martin Odegaard. That is not the player's fault. If any player has got the chance to be captain of Arsenal Football Club, to be captain of Man United, to be captain of Liverpool, and the manager comes into you and goes, I'm going to make you captain, you ain't going to turn around and go, no, sorry, I don't want to be captain. You're going to go, yo, yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Wow. And then you rush home to your loved ones and go, I've just been made captain of Arsenal. He ain't going to turn it down. So I never blame Martin Odegaard for being captain. Never blame Martin Odegaard for being captain. He shouldn't have been captain. It should have been given to Gabriel. And Declan Rice is a born leader. Declan Rice should be captain of this football club. Period. Don't care what anyone says. He didn't do a bad job for West Ham, did he? Let's be honest. Kept them up. Played under high pressure games. Won them a European Cup. First in 40 odd years. He was magnificent for them pretty much every game. He was outstanding for them. For me, it's a no-brainer. Still so many players to offload. Yeah, the players we've got. Fabio Vieira, Nelson. The players we've got to offload is ridiculous at this football team. This is what I'm saying. It's been badly managed. Take away league positions. Take away what we done. Off the field, it's been badly managed. Financially, this football club, by this manager, has been badly managed. Learning on the job. A rookie. In charge of a massive company and not quite knowing what to do. Now Berta's here, things are happening, aren't they? Gyokeres is coming in. Eze's being lined up. Funny, isn't it? Put the right people in place and things start moving, people. Yeah? You got to remember, this manager's on 15 point something million pound a year. He's not on he's not on like 8 million or 9 million. He's on 50. He's one of the highest paid managers in world football. One of the highest paid managers in world football. And he's won an FA Cup with someone else's team. DJB, I still want a new manager, don't care who, feelings I hurt. If we can't win shit, he should go. Yeah, he should go. He should absolutely F off. 100%. 100%. He shouldn't be here, guys, at the start of the season. He should have been showed the door. He should have been brought into the office, sat down, and the owners should have said, Mikel, I want to thank you for everything you've done. We've had some great times and you've brought some good things to Arsenal Football Club. And I thank you. Unfortunately, those players haven't got any medals around their necks. They've got nothing to show for it. And the money you've spent and the money we are going to spend, unfortunately, you're not the man to take us forward. So thank you very much. Goodbye. There's no shame in that. He'll go and get another job. Do you think he's going to worry about Arsenal if he rocks up at another club? All these Arsenal fans that are Arteta. Do you think he's going to give two monkeys when he rocks up at another club? Do you think he's going to turn around and write to you all personally and go, oh, thank you for all your support? It's massive. Huge. He ain't going to be bothered. He's going to, if he manages another English club, he's going to want to rock up at the Emirates and try and get 3 points. Football moves on. There's life after Arteta, guys. There is life after Arteta. Douglas Luiz, Nico Gonzalez, Cherky, Reinders were all players we could have gone. Yeah, we could have. Even if they wasn't going to come to Arsenal, we should have been in the frame. We should have been in a bidding war. We should have made life awkward for Man City and teams like this. We should have even gone for Wirtz. Even if his heart was set on Liverpool, we could have put a bid in for him, making him turn his head, be interested, act like a big club. Make other teams go, oh, hang on a minute. We're in a bidding war here. We could have forced another 10 million out of Liverpool to stop them then having that money to go and spend on another player. Get into bidding wars, because every time Arsenal go for players, there's normally bidding wars. We normally have to pay over the top to try and get them. End and Guna, I'm already there, man. Dear, my friend. Real one. If you're in London or can get to London on Friday, 15th of August, then come along and say hi. Yeah, massive. That's what the community's all about. Oh, that's really nice, guys. Yeah. Yeah, if you can meet one another and meet up, that's 100%. 100%, my friends. 100%. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if I'm in London or I'm around and you bump into me, I'm always open for a pint as well. And if you see me over the Emirates, come and shake my hand. I'll always have time, say hello. Not a problem, my friends. Not a problem. That's what it's all about. Life's too short. I think we learned that the other week, didn't we, on bad news? You get bad news all the time. It's not worth falling out for. Endon Guna, sweet pal. Top man. Yeah, Endon's a top guy. I'm sure you all are. Yeah, ladies and gents, and we've got people all around. We've got other fans in here as well. It's nice. We've got other fans in here. We've got other fans in here as well, which is always nice. That's what I want. Second best FC. Yeah, I know. Nearly there, FC. Yeah. Fallen at the last hurdle, United. Second again, LA. Athletic. 74 likes, like and subscribe. You've heard the static, man. Come on. Come on. Let's build it up. Let's build it up. I hear you, D. I already picked my colours. Can't turn my back now. I'm toxic relationship. Yeah, exactly. You can't. You can't. Unlike some people that are got big channels and impress boxes and Christ knows what. Used to support Man United. Now they support Arsenal. What is all that about? What is all that about? I mean, come on. Really? Crystal Palace won the FA Cup. 100%. 100%. And I was pleased they won the FA Cup. Do you know, it's a great ground to go to. One of my best grounds I've been to. So, honestly, Crystal Palace away days, brilliant. Good fans as well. Yeah, you pick your colours. Newcastle, Carabao Cup. Yeah. Tottenham. Yeah, we know. Yeah. Yeah. Chelsea Conference. Yeah. But Arsenal winning isn't realistic. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You can't keep coming runners up. You can't keep falling. You can't keep missing out. There has to be a point where you win something. It has to be. And as I said to you before, even if we don't sign another player from now till the end of the season, and we've got Gyokeres and Zubimendi, with the players we've already got, that team should be good enough to win a trophy. It should be good enough to win a trophy. I'm not saying it's good enough to win the Premiership. I'm not saying it's good enough to win the Champions League. But what I'm saying is, as it stands now, with Gyokeres coming into the team, that should be good enough to win a trophy. I'd like to think, right, that next season we're going to have a day out at Wembley. Yeah. And I don't mean shopping. Gabriel Magalhaes, captain, Rice, vice-captain. Yeah, I'd have it the other way round, my friend. I'd have it the other way round. I think Rice would be a fantastic captain. Listen, I'm a massive Declan Rice fan. I think he's a great player. So is Magalhaes. But I think Rice is the sort of player that when he doesn't play, you miss him. He's that sort of player, isn't he? You know? Everyone says, oh, he don't do enough for me, or he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. But he's the sort of player that when he's not in the starting 11, you miss him. Do you know what I mean? He's that kind of player, you know? 8 points clear. Yeah, I'll tell you, listen, real one. Don't you get out going London and raving it up, my friend, and missing my streams. You know what I mean? And if you do go out of London, I'll get the invites in, all right? Remember Liverpool 13-14? Yeah. Do you know what? Liverpool's going to be massively strong next season. Do you know what, right? I can't see us winning at Anfield, people. I can't see us winning at Anfield. I think they're going to be 3 points dropped. You know? Oh, Mr. Waffle, you're right, 100. You're not invited, DJB, only joking. God, you sound too old, right? You sound too old. That's it. We're done. We're done. We're locking the stream down. DJB8, you can come to your Guna meet up in London. I may be away on the 15th of August. I'm trying to get away for the summer before the season, or I think I come back then. I'm not sure. Yeah, it'd be great to meet everyone, my friends. Be great to meet everyone. Kawaji, DJB, do you believe in David Ornstein? Listen, he does a job. He puts things out there. He makes people read. Is he a good source? He's a source of such, isn't he? I've said it all along. It's like the Gyokeres thing. We're linked to Gyokeres. I think it's going to get done. But there's always something in me until I actually see the shirt hanging up, until I actually see what we've seen with Zubimendi this week, until I actually see that with my own eyes, I'll never take anything for granted. It's Arsenal Football Club. I've been supporting them for 50 years or more. I've seen it over the years. Yeah, I've seen it over the years. This ain't a new thing. This ain't just Arteta and that. This madness in signings and deals not getting over the line and last minute collapses and all of this. I've seen it. So quietly confident, however, until it's actually official, you know. But yeah, it'd be a good signing. I'll be over the moon if Gyokeres signs. I'm going to be positive. I'll be over the moon. But he's a small cog in a big wheel that we need to sort out because, as I said, him alone, him on his own, is not going to be the answer, guys. It's not going to be the answer. We need other ammo to put us in there. I'm tired of chatting about this. I just want the Cronkies and Arteta gone. Yeah, you want the Cronkies gone? Who would you have in instead of the Cronkies then, my friend? Because this is another thing as well. Listen, and I keep saying it, there are things that the Cronkies could have done better. There are things the Cronkies have not done. Every owner of every football club has got faults. Levy, it goes on and on and on and on and on. But you cannot deny that the Cronkies, with Arteta, has been backed. They have backed this manager. The only thing I would say the Cronkies are at fault with is not showing the manager the door and giving him another contract. Other than that, under this current manager, I'm finding it very, very difficult to be 100% against the Cronkies. Because he's had all the money. He's had the money. He's spent the money. He's had more money than any other football manager at Arsenal. No other football manager would have had that amount of money years gone by and still be at the club with no trophies. Even, wouldn't be there. So, yeah, the only thing I can blame the Cronkies for at the moment is not showing him the door at the end of the season. This guy, 15.6 million SMH. How much does Eddie Howe want? Yeah, exactly. Eddie Howe's, nowhere near it. Nowhere near it, my friend. DJB, do you think Victor Gyokeres will win us the league? On his own? No. Other players, if we sign Eze, and if we get Rodrigo, I mean, that would be, we've got a chance of winning the league. But as it stands at the moment, with just Gyokeres, Madueke, I still think we're going to come short, unfortunately. I still think we're going to be short. But then what really worries me, if we do get all these players in, we've still got Arteta. He'd do some sort of madness or something. He'd put Zubamendi at right back or something like that. Or he'll drop Rice and play Norgaard. You know what this manager will come up with. He'll do something and you'll just go, what's he done that for? It's cost us 3 points. Afternoon, DJB. Afternoon, Mad Max 94. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. A trophy is a must. A trophy is an absolute must. Mr. Waffle, facts. Thankfully, things are starting to change now. Zubi wages around 100k. Apparently, if Madueke walks in, he gets 50k. Small wins, right? Exactly, because Berta's sorting the wages out. If Berta weren't there, Zubi would be on 200 odd grand a week. If it was Edu and Arteta, Zubamendi would be walking into £220,000 a week. Madueke would be on 150 grand. This is why he's had to stop all this madness. Oda claps, no Odegaard. The clap bastard. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's fallen off a cliff, and he Odegaard. 100%. Agreed, Rice should be captain. He also has experience in being one. He is brilliant captain. You speak to any West Ham fan, mate. One thing they cannot deny is our Declan Rice. He was a good captain. Yeah, DGB, how you doing, man? Big up, Dan. Big up. I'm okay, my friend. Sun shining. I'm okay. Thank you very much. Welcome. DJB, Liverpool going to be extra motivated since Diego Jota. Yeah, I hope so. I think they'll rally together. I think it'll make them stronger. To be honest. Liverpool are going to be there or thereabouts. And if I was to pick a team to win the Premiership next season, I think Liverpool will win it again. I think closely followed by Man City. And then I think it's a battle for third, fourth and fifth between us, Chelsea, Aston Villa. There's always a team that comes in and around, isn't there? It's going to be tough next season. There's some big teams in next season. Are you, Kim? How you doing? I love Rice angry at Party for his careless yellow card against Real Madrid. Yeah, exactly. We don't need any silly yellow cards that's going to cost us. I love Rice too, my friend. I think he's brilliant. He's a great player. DJB and chat, respect all. Tim Smith, Mega Leeds. Yeah, big up, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Big up to Leeds United. Wonderful club, wonderful city, massive, passionate fan base. I'll tell you what, I've been to Ellen Road a couple of times and I've said it before, it's the most intimidating stadium I've ever been to. No, honestly. More than Old Trafford, more than Anfield. It's unbelievable. When you get a corner, you guys, honestly. Yeah, no, it is a massive club and a well-respected club. And they're going to be a tough man. They're going to come to the Emirates early in the season and get that first game. They're going to treat that like a cup final. It's a free hit. Because they're playing one of the big boys early in the season, it's a free hit. They can go there and play with a bit of freedom, knowing that there's, if they get a draw, they get a draw. That is not going to be an easy game. Our first home game of the season against Leeds is going to be difficult. Yeah. I just hope Gyokeres is not going to be another Lee Chapman signing for us. those that are old enough to remember, we was all getting gassed up about the great Lee Chapman when he came to Arsenal. Oh, Lee Chapman's coming to Arsenal. Yes, we've got our man. And he was absolute dross. And Francis Jeffers, remember him? Yeah, I've seen it happen, guys. I've seen it happen. It's all right getting these players. It's all right getting these strikers that are banging in goals for fun in Portugal. Different world when they come to the Premiership. And I've seen it happen with Francis Jeffers. I've seen it happen with Lee Chapman. Just saying, don't want to scare you. Big up Tim Smith, Leeds. Welcome back. Yeah, welcome back, Leeds. Massive. They'll bring thousands. It'll be a sellout for them. And the thing is, I sit right above the away fans. So I've got to put up with Spurs singing Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. I've got to, even if Spurs are getting battered 4 or 5-0, they are going to sing that all the way through. And I sit right above them and I've got to listen to it. Yeah, wages too. Yeah, I know. The wages. Yeah, respect, my friend. We'll see you in the season. We'll see you in the season. And as I said, throughout the season when I do streams, it's not a community where you're going to come in and get abused. All fans are welcome. It's a football channel. I know it's a predominantly Arsenal channel, but hopefully it's a football channel. And Tim, if you want to come in and put something up about what's going on in your club, if you want to put a comment on about a certain player or you're not happy with something, put the comments in, guys, and educate us. Because as I said, you know, I don't know a lot about Leeds. I know they're a fantastic club and we've had some brilliant games against them over the years, fantastic games against them. And you've had some fantastic players. But yeah, you know, everyone's welcome. You're welcome to come in, put a comment in. Everyone's welcome, my friend. Everyone's welcome. Mr. Waffle, madness, but terms of Madueke look great. It is, I said, get your heads around it, people. Just get your heads around it now. Don't let it ruin your week. Don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Madueke is coming to Arsenal. Just get your head around it. When you can get your head around it, we can move on. Let's move on and let's see what happens. But it's Arsenal. As I said right at the start of the show, Norgaard, hands on your heart as an Arsenal fan, whether you're Arteta in or Arteta out, would Norgaard have been a player that you'd have picked at the start of the season to join Arsenal Football Club? Or when the season was finishing and the transfer window opened in June? Hands up if you went, I know a player. Norgaard. Why don't we go and get Norgaard? Go get Norgaard. What's the matter with you? He didn't even enter my head. Didn't even enter my head. I was looking at Bowen and Kudus. People like that. Big up, Lawrence, my friend. DJB, I see the plastic deluded AKB ostriches and ITK mugs in our fan base are saying that Norgaard has signed for us today, yet there's no confirmation on media outlets and Arsenal website about this. No, I did hear that strong rumour that terms had been agreed. I don't think it's officially been announced yet, but apparently terms have been agreed. And apparently, Lawrence, my friend, it's pretty much done and dusted. Pretty much done and dusted. And yet here we are paying all that money for Norgaard, and yet apparently we're quabbling over 10 mil euros for Gyokeres. If that doesn't go through, honestly, can you imagine it? Might put Declan. You never know with this manager, Kwaji. You never know. Never know. The only position Declan Rice can play other than midfield is centre half. He can actually fill in at centre half. I'm always late. Big up, Michelle. Welcome anyway. It doesn't matter if you're late. We've been going. Do you know what? Time has flown by. It's like an hour and 40 minutes, guys, we've been going for. Big up to everyone in the house. Big up to everyone. Make sure that you smash. Make sure you sub. you know what to do, guys. It literally takes seconds. Yeah. Big up. Welcome, Michelle. Big up, Lawrence, my guy. Big up. Play Kepa up front. Yeah. Kepa at the back. Rice in attack. We know exactly what we need. It's crazy, isn't it? You just don't know, do you? Honestly, one thing's for sure: when you support Arsenal, there's never a dull moment, is there? Never a dull moment. Whether you're watching it on the football field, whether you're getting banter from other fans, whether you're in the streams, whether you're in the chats, whether you're running a channel, whether you're watching other channels, there's never a dull moment with Arsenal Football Club. Never. You can always rely on Arsenal to get you through your day. And no matter how bad you're feeling, you could be riddled with COVID or the flu, feeling like absolute crap. Guarantee you Arsenal will cheer you up. Guarantee it. There's always something going on with Arsenal. Nothing's ever plain sailing, is it? Even this Gyokeres will hang itself out to dry. You watch. Done deal, agreed terms, but I bet you any money we still roll into next week with this one. I bet that's not announced by the end of the week. If it is, brilliant. But if I was a betting man, I'd say that probably deal will just roll on and on and on and on and on. We'd be arguing over £2 or something. No, I'm not giving you that extra £2. I'm going to sign Norgaard for 20 million. You're not having that extra tenner. No way. No way. DJB, remember when Wenger was limited due to stadium repayments, but we still played attacking football? Exactly. Exactly. No excuses. No excuses. I want to know why he changed his style of play. I want to know when he got up one morning, we stopped playing all this attacking football that we were playing sort of 2-3 seasons ago and looking as if we was going in the right direction, even though I still thought the manager wasn't going to get us over the line. But the football was good. You know, I didn't have to take the sleeping bag to the Emirates. I left it at home. Now I'm sleeping bag, I'm electric blankets, I'm pillars, I'm packed lunches, I'm alarm clocks, I'm all sorts of settings going on. Honestly. I don't know why he changed it. I wouldn't mind Rice as captain, just not as good as... No, you can't have Odegaard as captain, man. You can't. But as I said, I don't blame Odegaard, the player, for being captain. Gyokeres could become another Ray Hankey. Oh, imagine that. We just said it. He could be the next Lee Chapman, couldn't he? Or Francis Jeffers. Do you remember them? Emmanuel Lawrence, my friend. Yeah? This is what I mean. We're getting gassed up about Gyokeres. Imagine him turning into a Lee Chapman. Oh, my days. Or another Yaya Sanogo. No, please, guys, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. I'm having a good afternoon. I'm having a good afternoon. Please don't throw all these players at me now and turn me into a bad person. DJB Invincible. 2-0 loaded. Yeah, my friend. I can accept defeat as yet. Stop Madueke. Yeah. I don't get the Madueke thing. I really don't. I really don't. As I said, if he's coming to the club, you have to look at it. The only positive I can say about Madueke, he can play on the right and play on the left. He can play right wing, he can play left wing. So he's versatile in that sense. And he is direct. When he gets the ball, he does like to take the player on. He does like to attack the player. But apart from that, that is it. I'm just trying to be positive, guys, all right? I'm just trying to put a spin on Madueke because Arsenal are going to sign him no matter what. So you might as well try and pick a positive from him, mightn't you? You know? DJB, is it Michael Bin Laden sentence? Yeah, I know. Yeah, he shouldn't be going into this season as manager, but hey, we've got to get behind the club, haven't we? We've got to get behind the team. You can't not get behind the team. I've got to get behind the team. I've just wedged out 1,500 quid for a season ticket. I've got to get behind the team. I've got no choice. Plus, I support them and I've always been going. So I have to get behind the team. But if he doesn't get over the line, if he doesn't win a trophy next season with this football team, with these players, no excuses. No excuses. I don't want to hear injuries. I don't want to hear about suspensions. I don't want to hear about referees. I don't want to hear about the football. I don't want to hear about the shade of kits. I don't want to hear about it. No excuses. None. None. Did you rate Noel Quinn? Noel Quinn, not really, my friend. I didn't rate him. Not really. He done it okay. He was all right, but he weren't one of my top players, to be honest with you. He was good in the air because he was tall, but nah, not for me. Big up, Jamie. I heard he was good at squeezing lemons. He's great at squeezing lemons, my friend. Loves a lemon squeeze. Noel Quinn was one of the best in the air I've ever seen. Yeah, he was good in the air. But, yeah, he certainly come down to earth when the ball was at his feet, though, my friend, wasn't he? That's the problem. See, I weren't a massive Charlie Nicholas fan. I liked Charlie Nicholas. I liked what he, but he weren't a prolific forward. He weren't like one of the greats for Arsenal. He done okay. I mean, his goal scoring record was, pretty average, and he scored some important goals for Arsenal. Of course he did, and he was a winner. But as a footballer, he weren't like one of the best. I loved Frank Stapleton. I thought Frank Stapleton was blinding. I liked Alan Sunderland as well. Yeah. We had some bowlers. We've had some brilliant players at Arsenal, haven't we? When you think about it. Most of these modern players would struggle to get into an Arsenal team of yesterday. Would you like John Artson? Yeah, I like Johnny Artson. I like John Artson. He was just wrong time. He was just there at the wrong time, really. I mean, he had Burkamp, people like that, So BBK Sports is live. Well, okay, BBK. Big up BBK. DJB raid soon. Yeah, get over to there, guys. Get over to there. Right, guys, what I'm going to do, I am going to close it to an end because I'm on with Dan Potts at 6:30. So I'm going to bring it to a close because I've got to go and get something to eat, etc. I've got to have a drink. All I can say, guys, is hour and 48 minutes into the stream. All I can say to you guys is thank you very, very, very much for joining me. Big up Tim and the chat. Big up and good luck to Leeds, my friend. Good luck to Leeds. Yeah, enjoy the season, my friend, and I hope your club's doing the right things. Big up, my friend. 100%. Thank you everyone for coming in. Just saying, DJB, I see the plastic. Yeah, I think we've had that one, my friend. Big up the chat. Big up the chat. Thank you for everyone. Awesome as always. Thank you very much for joining me. Watch out for my streams. I do load them up. The next one I've got planned at the moment is the Sunday sit-back session. That's my staple. That's the one that goes out every Sunday evening. That one will probably stay there throughout the season. I'm going to go on with Dan Potts later on. Make sure you smash the likes. What we got? 93 likes. Let's get that up to over 100, guys. Come on. Make sure that you're subbing as well. It does help the channel. It does help us, especially smaller channels like us and our community. It really does help, guys. So that would be much appreciated. I've enjoyed your company, guys. I've enjoyed your company. Thank you for being respectful. Thank you for saying hello to everyone. And big up real one, my friend. thanks for the invite. But no, big up everyone. I've had people in from Orlando, so Orlando, respect. And yeah, on that note, guys, I will see you all very soon. Be safe, look after your loved ones, and take care. All the best.